Hello, Nikki from Motor For You. Today we have a BMW X3. This is an M Sport finished in the colour Black Sapphire Metallic. This car comes with an M Sport Plus pack as well as an M Sport braking system. It has a full BMW service history and one former keeper. If we take a closer look to the car, you can see just coming across the front bumper, here we have front park distance. If we then come round to the side, you can see that you get 20-inch alloy wheels on this car, and we can see the M Sport braking system just behind there as well. If we then start to make our way around the rest of the car, to the rear of the car we get privacy glass, and as we come round to the back, you can see just coming across the rear bumper here we have rear park distance. If we then open up the tailgate, and as you saw in this car we do get an electric tailgate, so if we press the button just there, it then closes for us. Once inside the car, you can see that we get electric windows all around with your window lock button just below. We also have electric mirrors on this car. To the right hand side of the steering wheel is where the headlights are located. We do have the option of automatic headlights, which you can see is currently selected. On this car, we also get a multifunctional steering wheel. On the left hand side is your cruise control, where we have the option of a limiter just there. And on the right hand side, we have your telephone, voice control, volume, changing of stations or tracks, and then your mode button. We get automatic wipers with this car as well. If we look to the centre console, we have an armrest just here which pops open, and we have a big storage cubby just in there. We then have the dial here which correlates to the screen. I have the key just currently here as this car has got keyless start, but we can then push this back and we get two cup holders as well as a USB port and a 12-volt socket and a storage cubby just back there, but as you can see we can also cover this over. On this car we do get dual climate control with the option of AC just in the bottom corner there. We also have heated seats for the front passenger and the driver. As you can see, they get 3 different heat options. If we then look to the main screen, on this car we do get a reversing camera, as we can see on the right hand side just there. It comes with guidelines as well, and these move as you rotate the steering wheel, so it will then give you a rough idea as to where the car will then go. And on the left hand side there, if we can slightly see, we do get a visual representation of the front and rear park distance. If we then go to the home page, this is what the home page looks like. We have your media and radio, where we get DAB, FM, AM, music collection, CD, Bluetooth audio and USB. We then also have the communications app, which is your telephone app. When you have a phone connected, you'll then be able to access your contacts as well as make and receive calls through the car. We also on this car get navigation, so this is where you would input your destination, and then this is then what the map looks like for the car. We then have the connected drive, so this is your BMW Assistance, BMW Messages, and then also BMW Information. And then we also have the My Vehicle part of the screen. So at the top we have your vehicle settings, where we have things such as your light settings. So here we have the ambient lighting. This car comes with quite a few different options of colours that you can choose from. We can also adjust the brightness through here as well. We then also have your exterior lighting, so we can see here it has your one touch turn signal as well as your right or left hand traffic, and then welcome lights and door handle lighting. We then have the doors and keys, so you can choose whether it unlocks just the driver's door or all doors, and then through here we can also adjust how high the tailgate opens. We then have the intelligent safety, so on this car we have your pedestrian alert, so this you can choose for the collision warnings be early, medium or late. We can also set speed warnings within this car, and you can choose as to which speed the warning will then flash up with. We also have your attentiveness assistant, so you can choose for this to be standard or sensitive, and this will show you places to stop if the car feels like the driver is showing inattentiveness or fatigue. We then have your parking settings. We have your automatic PDC activation, which is your park distance. We then have the PDC emergency intervention, so this means that the car will then brake at the back if it feels like it needs to if you have it turned on. And then we have the park assist, so this then means that the car will alert you if it has found a space. We then have your driving experience control, which is your different driving modes. We have Eco, Pro, Comfort and Sport. We can, as you can see, we can also choose them down here by the gear shifter. We then have the climate comfort, so here we have your temperature adjustment. We also have auxiliary ventilation, so you can plan for auxiliary ventilation, and then we have your seat heating. So for the driver and the front passenger, you can choose for it to come on at a certain temperature and as to how high the heated seat comes on as well. We then have the vehicle tracking, so this then means that when you have this turned on, you can then find the car through the BMW app. We then have the iDrive settings, which is just your box standard settings. We can also set different driver profiles, which is quite useful if you have more than one person driving the car. We also have vehicle status, so here it will tell you the tyre pressure, engine oil, AdBlue, check control and any service requirements the car may need. We then also have your technology in action, so we have your efficient dynamics as well as your XDRIVE status, where it will show you a compass and then also your slope information. And then we have the sports displays as well, so it will tell you the power and the torque of the car. We then have the driving information, which is just your onboard computer as well as your trip computer. If we then have a look at the seats, here we have the driver's side seat, which is a fully leather seat. We do also on this car get a Harman Kardon sound system, as we can see by the speaker just there. If we then come around to the back, in the back of this car we get 3 seats. They have Isofix running across the bottom of the seats. We can bring down the middle of the centre seat and there are 2 cup holders just in there, and we also have a climate control in the back for the rear passengers. If you have any questions or queries on this car, please feel free to contact us at Motor4U. Alternatively, you can give us a call on 01580 879 666.